today your St. Christopher Saints will be facing off against Cape Henry Collegiate in a varsity soccer matchup. St. Chris and Cape Henry Collegiate are ranked number 1 and 2 in the state respectively. Should be a good matchup today. I'm here alongside Wayne McDermott.
Yeah, Liam, this should be a great game. These two teams faced off against each other last weekend up in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Saints won that game 2-0. Should be another exciting one here. Early ball control for Cape Henry. Very talented Saints team this is. Always state contenders.
Cape Henry will play a through ball here. It's headed away by John Collier and eventually kicked out by O'Hagan. Off the field now to Collier.
Nice fight on the sideline there. Nice play there from number 8, Mason Dudley. Broussard actually getting inside of the goal shot from inside the box, just wide right.
Nice turn there from Nick Washington. He'll play a through ball to Farley. Farley will take 2 touches, tries to cross. It'll be out of bounds for a corner. He headed up by Cape Henry Collegiate. Vernon Davis was there. Eventually cleared, and Collier will play it back to Walmsley.
Ball was headed out of bounds by number 19, Mitchell Lugo. Ball control going back and forth early this game. It's Broussard trying to get it over to Farley.
And now Cape Henry will push. They'll play a long ball, but it's headed away initially. It's Taylor McDermott on defense there.
Cape Henry with a fast break here. Nice defensive play there from Taylor McDermott, and Going to go out of bounds. Fast break here for the Saints. Over the middle to Warner Collier. Collier up ahead. Curtis Hale, Collier again. Nice defensive play there from Cape Henry.
This one will be played to Broussard by Collier. Broussard will shield the ball and eventually play it back to McDermott. He'll play it inside to Washington. And Farley will take it over in Cape Henry's half. He'll push it, but in comes Cape Henry's captain, who strips Farley and continues progress himself.
Number 3, Jack Kaner, who came in and stole the ball away from Farley. And be another possession for the Dolphins. It's number 3.
What's his name?
Kaner.
Kaner?
Mm-hmm.
He's dope. So Kaner will play it out of his own half. And Cape Henry will continue the ball upfield now.
7 minutes, 25 seconds in to the half.
Cape Henry will play it along the sideline here. This is Trevor Kidd vowing for it. Kicked out of bounds by Collier. They'll throw into Kidd now. Looking across. Tries to nutmeg Collier, but it's no good.
Tries to get it up ahead to his brother, but Dolphins will regain possession for the time being.
This is Broussard now on a fast break. 2-on-2 for the Saints. Broussard will dribble to the top of the box and eventually gives it away. Wants a foul call there, but there's nothing there. That one is played inside for Kyle Usonis. Nice spin move from Usonis, who plays it back in, but a poor touch. We'll have to reset here. They'll play it out to Kidd now out wide. He'll look to cross. Ball played into the middle. Looking to get a shot off. A great defense there from Weed O'Hagan. Just completely bodied. Number 16. That's
Saints on a fast break
Gavin
now.
Doran. Almost had a shot, but O'Hagan came in strong. But here comes Cape Henry Collegiate again. Ball will play back to Doran. And kicked out of bounds by Doran after the clear from Westbrook. Excuse me, McDermott.
Been slow going early on for the Saints. Time of possession has clearly been in favor of Cape Henry. Saints just looking to keep them contained. Nice play from Weed O'Hagan there. Yeah, foul actually called.
So Cape Henry will push up now. Set piece here. Kaner will stay back for the Dolphins. Ball's played in the box, but a poor play there by Farley. Lets it go. Collier's there to recover. Plays it up to his brother, Warner Collier. Tries to play it back up to Farley, but it's kicked out of bounds. Cape Henry player just
Pushed it aside from Collier as he tried to pick it up out of bounds.
you know, when historically there's some bad blood between these teams. St. Chris beat them in the, I believe, with the quarterfinal 2 or 3 years ago. They were down 3-1 at one point. Scored 3 consecutive goals to win 4-3, eliminating Cape Henry from the tournament.
Yeah, Levin Good with the half-field game-winning goal there.
Yep. And conversely, St. Chris has also been at their end of losing against Cape Henry.
Last year,
Yeah,
lost in the
semifinals.
semifinals. Tight game that was. I believe 2-1 in favor of Cape Henry.
This one is deflected by O'Hagan. And Dolphins will regain possession. Once again is O'Hagan intercepting. Tries to play it up to Collier, but too far. Intercepted by Farley, turned over. He'll play it inside to Collier. Open shot here now for Collier. Tried to pass it off to
Yeah.
Broussard, but
Collier just hesitated there, trying to get it to Broussard on the wing, but had the open shot in front of him.
yeah, an
With an
unselfish
open
play
goal.
for sure, but just probably better off taking the shot there, especially given it's Warner Collier who's got
Yeah.
a great foot. Cape Henry looking to get a shot off now. Nice defense from Taylor McDermott. He'll clear. It'll be Cape Henry's ball at half field.
Collier fighting for the ball with the goalkeeper, but
I believe that was Marco Benedetto
yeah.
on the save there.
Saints with an opportunity here.
This is Broussard now playing along to Hale, but just too far. And Benedetto will scoop it up right before it goes out of bounds. This is Kaner now, moving out of their back half. Cape Henry will play it up to Kidd. Kidd back inside now. And Cape Henry will switch. But a poor ball there goes astray.
Picked up by Walmsley. Saints have had several different goalkeepers over the past 3 years. Their state championship winning team was led by, or not state championship winning team, excuse me.
Well, Jalen Maurice led
Yeah,
the 2017 state champs.
And
He
then,
was a first team all-state selection.
Followed by Austin Hackney, and then last year Carter Schmidt, who decided to focus more on baseball this year, so he's no longer on
Undoubtedly
the team.
would have been the starter. He started last year for the Saints team
Yeah.
and performed actually very well. got the Saints into the semifinal.
But this year it's Robert Walmsley, who did see some playing time last year and backed up Alston Hackney his sophomore year, or his freshman year, excuse me.
So Cape Henry immediately regains possession. This will be Kidd now. Plays on the sideline, looking for a cross now. And terrible touch, dribbles it out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick now for St. Christopher's.
A lot of change of possession here. Dolphins will gain control for the time being, but that was a nice header from John Collier. And picked back up by the Dolphins. It's Kidd here trying to cross it in. Nice play from Tripp Owen, who kicks that out of bounds. That'll be a throw in for the Dolphins. Tripp Owen, only a sophomore, had the game tying goal against Collegiate at Collegiate in their tie a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, save the Saints, unbeaten record. And there he is again, tackling Atherton. Atherton plays it in quick. And now crossed in by Clay. Wow, miscommunication there from the Saints. Both Walmsley and Eli Bemis left that one alone, and it almost would have been an open header had he not whiffed.
Yeah, number 30, Chris Clunnan was in great position there. Just couldn't get his head on the ball and sails out of bounds. Pretty good pass too. Subs coming in. That's number 17, Maury Levy. Gonna check in.
And the Dolphins will sub Gavin Doran and Chris Clunan out, respectively. And
The
ball
corner
played
kick.
inside. And great finish there. Deflection finish from Parker Mann. And the Dolphins are ahead 1-0. 17th minute goal from Parker Mann.
It looked like a miscommunication there from the Saints of the defensive
And that's what we just
end.
mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
is it just 2 minutes before that corner kick, there was another miscommunication. A lot of the times it's on the goalie. You know, you got to be yelling out keeper or away, and potentially miscommunication there going to cost the Saints early.
Definitely seems like Maury Levy was either told to do the wrong thing or didn't read it correctly, and an early 1-0 lead to Cape Henry.
It was a nice deflection finish there from Parker Mann. Great eye-hand coordination, able to place a shot in the back of the net.
Ball sails out of bounds from Landon Clay, senior midfielder.
This is Nick Washington turning it over, but Max Tuscan regains possession. He'll play it upfield
Bemis
now.
on the right side.
Cape Henry's got impeccable ball movement today. They've just been connecting a lot of passes, and right as I say that, they lose it there. Taken over by Collier. He'll put a shot on goal from way outside the box, about 30 yards out. And ref will call a play on. Advantage for the Dolphins. Open shot here now, and just over the goal. Nice effort there, upper 90, just wide.
Number 11, Kyle Usonis. He's only a sophomore. We talked about him a lot earlier. I mean, these are two great teams. We definitely could see these teams face off again in the state semifinals or final. If St. Chris can manage to get that far, as well as Cape Henry. Never doubt a Jay Wood team.
This is Collier now getting double teamed in the corner. That's Kaner there taking over.
Trying to cross it. Picked up by John Collier, and
now
it'll be a fast break.
Dolphins are on a break now, and too far of a ball. It'll be scooped up by Walmsley, but Dolphins did have numbers there. And a poor ball from Curtis Hale, and Cape Henry will clear.
An interesting no call there. I mean, a lot of collision between Broussard and I believe that was Jack Kaner. The Dolphins ball.
And it's turned over. Curtis Hale. Another long ball. Be scooped up, distributed quickly out left to Trip Owen. He's going to turn and play it upfield now.
Ball will just be out of bounds. It's off Trip Owen.
Saints bench is screaming at the refs, playing for a handball, but none will be rewarded.
Halfway in through this first half, you're just joining us. Cape Henry up 1-0.
This one will be taken over by Harry Farley. He turns it over, but play back up to Collier. Nice 1-2 combo from Farley and Collier there. Farley will look to cross. He plays it in. Atherton was there on defense. It's scooped up by Benedetto and distributed quickly. Cape Henry's going to push now. Plays it all the way back to Kaner. He turns it over. Broussard is there for the interception. Broussard is dribbling to the center of the field. He'll try to play it inside for Collier, but stripped again.
A missed header from Guido Hagen, an opportunity for Kidd, but nice slide tackle from John Collier, and Walmsley will pick that one up.
Yeah, that was a good opportunity there from Trevor Kidd at a breakaway. A rare mistake from Guido Hagen. We've yet to see him make anything this season. He's been impeccable on the Saints back line. He's really the leader of this entire Saints team. Usually can be see him directing the team and arranging where everybody is. So we played in the box now by Kidd. Wamsu will let it bounce and then scoops it up. This is played at the sideline for Wise, but it rolls out of bounds. It'll be Cape Henry ball.
Saints make a lot of subs here. Putting in a lot of the starters that they did have in.
Yeah, Wise, Hale,
Bemis, McDermott.
Suskin will all come off, all juniors.
Yeah, Bemis, McDermott, and Levy coming on. Saints have really just struggled to have control of the ball. I mean, it seems like Cape Henry's just tossing it around easily.
And center back Jack Kaner for the Dolphins has been impressive all game. He's been directing that formation, keeping everybody in check. This one will go out of bounds. Defense on the play by Guido Hagan. That was Parker Mann, the only goal scorer today, making a break for the goal there. And a whiff from Atherton, but plays it back to Kaner, who delivers a nice ball to Kidd. It rolls past him. O'Hagan will now clear.
Kicked way out of bounds there from Cape Henry. Nice move there from Nick Washington. And Kaner stepping up and clearing it.
This one is played out wide, not a Parker Mann. And a poor pass from him.
You know, trying to do a no look there to number 5, Carter Atherton, but nice defensive play from Farley to get in front of him. Maybe Saints ball here.
Nick Washington takes over and draws a foul.
There's Landon Clay, who's committed the foul there. There's a goal. It's number 27, Warner Collier there. Chipped it in.
Yeah, no surprise there. Warner Collier's a 4-year starter on this varsity team. He's been impressive throughout his St. Chris career, and that'll be the equalizer there from senior forward Warner Collier.
Two early goals here. At the 30th minute mark.
So Saints with a throw now in Cape Henry's calf.
Cape Henry has really been on top of their ball possession game, barely letting any slips through or bad passes, just completing everything. And as I said, that is a stolen pass, but just got it right back.
Nice 1-2 there from Atherton and Mann. Atherton tries to play it inside, but it's taken over by Hale. He'll try to play it up now. Here, Guido Hagen, senior center back, directing his players around now. This one is played deep into the box. There's Mann there.
Collision.
Yeah,
And that with no call.
Yeah, collision between Collier and Parker Mann. And then
it's number 23, Parker Mann, as you said, Liam, and awarded a yellow card, I believe, for both players.
Yeah, that was a cheap shot from Parker Mann. He
stepped over him.
Yeah, tried to do like the Allen Iverson step over Tyronn Lue type situation. And instead of stepping over him, kicked Collier in the back of the head.
And Collier reacting.
Yeah, retaliator always gets penalized as well. And thankfully, refs saw the initial. Hopefully the whistle would have been quicker to prevent Collier's reaction, but
so officials discussing the call. As you said, Liam, earlier, Liam, I mean, bit of bad blood between these two teams, of course, and we're showing there. There's a shot, and that's a goal. That's number 3, Curtis Hale.
So Saints will go up 2-1 now. That was a right-footed shot to the far left side of the goal from Curtis Hale.
Great shot, and Saints just slipped by the defense.
Yeah, and over the course of 5 minutes, the Saints have gone from down 1 to up 1. Impressive two-way swing here.
Yep, just a little bit over 10 minutes left to play in the half.
So Cape Henry playing with more of a sense of urgency now that they're down one. They'll play it back now to their captain, Mrs. Kaner. He's bringing it up far. And ref gets in the way there. He is part of the field, so you do have to avoid him if you can. Cape Henry will cross into the box. Nice ball. Backside post. And an incredible header. And eventually goes in the goal. And it looks like it was, can't tell, Trevor Kidd looks like was on the goal
10.
scorer there.
Trevor Kidd.
It was played into the box. I believe Dudley had the initial back post header. Walmsley was unable to secure the ball. And a rebound from Trevor Kidd will equalize this game 2-2 now in the 35th minute.
A lot of action here lately. Again, seemed like miscommunication on the cross there as
yeah,
Usanis.
That's what we've been saying all game.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of miscommunication on the Saints defense. Just no one's calling the balls, no one's claiming it, and that can tend to happen.
Another corner kick here. Nick Washington's going to take it. They went way too far there and going to be cleared out by Cape Henry. Curtis Hale, nice move, and will be called offsides.
Long ball played here.
Oh.
And a big collision from O'Hagan. Deflected that one. And that's got to be painful. That was a big collision. Reed O'Hagan came in.
That ball went flying out of bounds.
I do see Kyle Usanis with a bit of a limp. That definitely hurt.
It's a hard ruling for the official to make as the ball hit both players at the same time and just flung out.
I believe O'Hagan got there a little bit earlier because of the deflection. Yeah. I think he just beamed it off of Usanis' frame there. And O'Hagan's got a great leg, so that definitely is going to leave a mark on Usanis. I think Washington will take over, but it'll be a foul, so we'll come back.
Interesting ticky-tack kind of foul call there. Not a lot of contact.
Yeah. I wonder if it was a stepping on the foot that prompted it. We wouldn't be able to see that from here, but pretty clear distinction from the ref there. Reed O'Hagan will clear it. Nice ball from O'Hagan into the box. And it looks like the Saints will keep possession, but a player goes down for Cape Henry, and play will be stopped.
Yep.
And I wonder how the ball will be played here, because St. Chris did have possession in Cape Henry's half. So I'm not sure if they're going to call a foul, and hence it'll be Cape Henry possession.
Yeah.
Looks like they will. But this could just be a drop kick scenario. We'll have to clear it to the Saints. It won't be. It'll just be a foul on the Saints. So Cape Henry will now take over. 5 minutes remaining plus stoppage time in this first half. Ball's played in the box and cleared. Cape Henry takes over now, playing it upfield to Usonis. He'll play a long ball. And Trevor Kidd's on the other end of it. John Collier on defense.
Nice play there from John Collier.
And
Get a foot on it. Will still be Dolphins' ball.
this is Kaner now. He'll play it along the left side for Cape Henry. It's Connor Garrison on the far side now. He'll play it inside. Intercepted by Cape Henry and played back up the field to Usonis. This will be played in the box now. Doreen looks for a shot.
Usonis kick it into the net, and it'll be a Saints goal kick.
And it'll be, it looks like either offsides or a foul call. I believe it'll be offsides.
Yep.
So the Saints will take a free kick from here now. Plays it upfield.
Nice
Broussard,
header from Broussard
Yeah,
up to Collier. Just a bit too far for him to get to. A nice play from the goalkeeper.
that's impressive there from Broussard. A lot of people don't think about it, but coming off a long ball like that, it's hard to direct the ball with that precision and care. And it was a good ball for Collier, just wasn't able to get on the other end of it. And here he is again now. He'll play it back inside to Hale. Scored the second goal for the Saints. Now this is Kidd. Kidd plays a ball into the box.
Walmsley came way
Jeez,
out.
that was a dangerous.
Yeah.
We're hearing some applause, but that's not something you should be applauding. That was a dangerous play.
To come out that far for Walmsley, and just had to backtrack like an outfielder in baseball to keep it from getting in the net.
Had full extension over his head to grab that one. And this is Collier and Kidd. They'll get deflected, and Hagan will play it back to Walmsley, who clears it. Up to Hale. Taken over by Kaner at midfield. Plays it inside. And now out to Kidd, but a miscommunication between Kidd and Doreen. Now this is Atherton. He'll play it out to Kidd. Kidd takes a touch. Interplay between Doreen and Kidd. O'Hagan is there. He'll play it out. Guards the ball. It'll be Saints ball in the corner here. And Saints will sub one, as will the Dolphins. Looks like Brandon Davis will be coming off, and Max Suskin will be replacing him. John Collier will take the throw for the Saints. Nice ball there to Doreen from. Oh, it's kicked way out of bounds.
Nice shot from Weed O'Hagan.
He's been impressive
Defense.
all year long. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
He's been great.
Definitely their standout defender.
And we hear him every game. He's got great communication, great verbal skills in arranging the Saints defense. We see him here now pointing out assignments. You know, not only is O'Hagan athletically dominant, he's also sees the game better than most.
Also big, too. One of the bigger guys on the team.
He's got a great frame for sure.
Yeah.
And that just helps when he's defending. You'll see him use that to his advantage. He's got long arms, able to hold defenders off. And the Saints have numbers here. Collier plays it into the box, but
Nobody was able to get there for the late cross.
might have been too early. So we just reached the 45th minute now, so just waiting on stoppage time.
And no stoppage time.
I guess there weren't any injuries, but there were a couple penalties where he stopped play, so there should have been at least a minute. But
Yeah.
2-2 at the end of the first half. We'll be back for the second half. Stay tuned.
Wait, how long until?
Because that's all. That's all. Like audio. Are you guys chirping Wolseley? Are you guys chirping Wolseley?
All right, ready?
We don't chirp him, we just Manning. Williamson drops back. Quick throw to Tazewell. Incredible catch. That is one of the best catches I've ever seen. Will Tazewell just reached behind him. It was a slant route, reached behind him. The throw is behind him. One hand catch, brings it in. You will never
So you guys are 3-1, coming off a 3-game win streak right now, beating Norfolk Academy on Saturday. What's been the key to this year's success?
So yeah, we obviously left first game, season opener against Trinity on a sour note. So we used that to bounce back in our past 3 games, winning them all pretty big. So yeah, that's been a lot of fun. Our defense has played really well. Haven't really allowed too many points. And our offense is confusing a lot of defenses with our 2-quarterback system. With Griffin O'Farrell, who is kind of a runner and thrower, and then Gill, who's a more traditional thrower, pocket passer.
And you're committed to U of R for lacrosse. What's that like? Are you excited about it?
Yeah, so it's been awesome. Ever since I visited there last September, I kind of fell in love with the school, and I made it my goal to be committed there. And got the offer this summer and committed a couple of days later. So that's been great. Now I'm just kind of focusing on not slacking off just because I'm committed, but actually working like even harder than I worked to get to this point.
For sure.
So yeah, that's been a really cool experience, and I couldn't be more excited to get there.
And in terms of not slacking off, you're 5th in the city in receiving yards. You're leading St. Chris in receiving yards and reception, coming off an impressive game against Norfolk on Saturday. 9 receptions, 100 yards, and a touchdown. What's been the key to your personal success this year?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, I think the 2-quarterback system has really helped me because it's confusing defenses and they don't really know how to game plan for it. I mean, teams only have 4 or 5 days to prepare for us, and it's just way too much to prepare for when you have a pocket passer like Gill who can launch the ball, and then a guy who can escape rushes and get out of the pocket like Griff. And that's I feel like I've gotten a lot of my yards off that when Griff comes out of the pocket and I can just find the green and find the open space for him.
No doubt. And last question, who's the funniest guy on the team?
Oh, it's a hard question. I'll probably have to give it probably Trent, fat boy. He's a good guy. He's funny.
All right, this has been 100 yards with Liam Nolan and Will Tazewell.
Manning. Williamson drops back. Quick throw to Tazewell. Incredible catch. So we are back now for the second half. Played at halftime was the new series 100 Yards with Liam Nolan. That was me and Will Taswell speaking. Camera was courtesy of Wayne McDermott. It's a new series we'll be doing every week where I'll be walking the length of a football field. It's 100 yards with one of the football players and just asking them questions about the team and as well as personal questions. Should be interesting. So
Yeah.
immediately we see a cross attempt from Farley, but it's intercepted by Kaner.
Yeah, definitely. I think things like that, like the 94 feet thing, or that they do at ESPN with Jay Billis, really cool. Get to know the players better. Definitely at a school as small as ours, for the younger guys, it's pretty cool.
Definitely. And I was talking to head of school Mason Lucky today in the Luck Leadership Center. He told me that Jay Billis actually visited Woodbury Forest recently and gave a speech, which is pretty cool. So he's been around the 804 as of late. But obviously the show is a play on the words for Jay Billis at 94 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of Jay Billis, if you hadn't heard, with Billis being a former Duke standout, Trinity forward Henry Coleman announced his commitment today at 3:30. He will also be heading to Duke, which is one of the top programs in the country year after year for basketball. So always good to see a player come out of Richmond go to such limits to play. Should be interesting to see how he develops and progresses.
Definitely Henry Coleman, guys Saints have had to go against the past few years. Had some crazy battles last year. Played Trinity 4 times in basketball last year. Saints should be pretty good at basketball this year, Liam.
I think so. They've got a good team, and they had a lot of younger guys last year, and a lot of them have developed. We saw Trent Hendrick and Andre Green both got a lot bigger over the summer and on the off season, and they're both impressive on the football field as well as the basketball court. So it'll be interesting to see how the younger guys step up. And the senior duo of Wallace and Williamson is a tall one. Wallace at around 6'5", 6'6", and Gil Williamson at 6'8". So they've got good height and good potential. So it could be a promising season for the Saints basketball team. This one is played in the box, and
oh, is it ruled a goal?
They're celebrating as if it's a goal. I'm not sure.
And it bounced off the goalpost.
I believe Trevor Kidd had a right-footed shot to the far side, hit the left goalpost and bounced out. He's claiming that
was it in the line?
I'm not sure how it would have bounced at that angle had
and
it.
They will rule the goal, it looks like.
And I'm not sure how the deflection would have occurred. I don't understand, unless there was something inside of the goal. I mean, it hit the post. That doesn't make any sense to me because it hit the left upright. I don't know how it would have bounced at that angle that it did.
It may have been deflected by Walmsley on the
and that's what I'm thinking.
shot.
Maybe initially he deflected it and there might have been some spin on it or whatnot, but nevertheless, Dolphins will take over 3-2 now.
Yeah.
48-minute goal from, I believe it was Trevor Kidd.
And things like that just can't happen if you're the Saints on defense. I mean, it seemed like Kidd was just unguarded there on the right wing.
I think it came out of nowhere. We were just talking about basketball, and Trevor Kidd just beans one of the left posts, puts the Dolphins up 1. This one will be played in the box. Broussard is there, and it hits Broussard in the back. It was a great ball to Broussard, but wasn't following it, wasn't tracking it, and it just hits him. So Saints will earn a free kick in around half field. It'll be senior center back Guido Hagen taking it, telling the team to get in the box. Ball comes in from Hagen, but it's shallow. It'll be cleared. And here comes Usonis pushing it up. And whistled back. That'll be a foul on St. Chris. Dolphins will retain possession. And here comes Broussard.
Player down.
Oh, and it would have been great. Collier's.
Nice play there from Kaner, and player down for the Dolphins, number 22, Connor Garrison.
So Garrison is grasping at his face. This looks to be a bad injury. I believe there might have been some contact from Broussard, perhaps an elbow or maybe a finger to the eye. He's clearly in some pain here. Broussard, I believe, took over from Garrison, who went down with an injury, and then had Collier open inside the box all alone, but a great step from, I believe it was Kaner. It might have been Atherton. Deflects the pass and keeps Cape Henry's lead here.
Scoreboard does still say 2-2. It is 3-2 Cape Henry, though.
Or so we believe. We saw Cape Henry celebrate, had the ref come over and talk to the team, and then they celebrated again. So we just assumed they scored, but
And Saints got the ball at midfield, so
exactly. So I just believe
it
it's
was a
just
goal, yeah.
lack of scoreboard updating. Here comes Broussard, but this one will be cleared by Kaner.
Kaner's been all over the field today.
He's impressive. He's been great.
Yeah.
Kind of has the same role as Guido Hagen, just for the Dolphins, rather. And we've seen him directing their players around, and he comes in hot on a couple of these challenges, but clean. Nice player.
I'd say Kaner plays up the field a little more. That was a nice throw-in from Taylor McDermott, and Brandon Davis got a foot on it. Just
Yeah, it was a very impressive throw. Got that all the way into the box. It's not easy to do. So the Dolphins will play it out wide now and push up the field, trying to get it to, looks like Usonis, but
a lot of contact there, and Walmsley will recover.
so the Saints will win a free kick in the opposing half. And Hagen will tell Hale to move up. He'll take this one over. Here comes the kick from Hagen. He'll play it into the box. Nice ball. Hale's on the other end of it, but lost it.
He could not see it. The sun.
I've played on this field. It's really tragic.
Yeah.
It's really bright because the sun gets lower and lower, and especially around the fall, around 6 o'clock, it is just right in your eyes. That was a great ball from Hagen, but Hale just lost it.
Super unfortunate there. I mean, Hale had slipped by the Dolphins defenders.
Yeah, and I believe it was onside. There was no whistle. It was perfectly timed. Just unfortunate circumstances with the sun. This is Bemis now. He'll try to play it along for Hale, but just too far. And it'll be a goal kick for Cape Henry. Vendetta will take over now. Yeah, McDermott, it makes me wonder why the scoreboard is yet to change. Either they're having difficulty or someone hasn't recognized that they need to change it, or they never awarded the goal. But I'm confused why Cape Henry was celebrating twice. I mean, they celebrated when they initially thought they scored.
And then they celebrated even more with the bench.
After the ref had talked to the head coach.
And just after a goal, the Saints did get the ball in midfield.
It's just not adding up.
I'm not quite sure if
I'm gonna stick with our gut here, and I believe it's a goal.
3-2, yeah.
I believe it's just outright laziness, just not updating the scoreboard. But I could be wrong in the.
Yeah, soccer Saints do not have a designated scoreboard person. I think it's just, one of the coaches or staff members just goes over there.
Yeah, but I imagine that someone would have noticed that by now on the bench, someone looking up at the clock or something of the sort, and would have updated it. We'll find out. Someone was kicked out of bounds by, I believe that was McDermott. Looks like McDermott or Bemis. And Collier will play it up to Hale, but Cape Henry intercepts. It'll be a high kick, I believe.
Yeah, so be a free kick for the Dolphins.
For the Saints.
Or, yeah, for the Saints, excuse me.
Looks like Warner Collier, who scored originally. He played a quick pass inside to Nick Washington, but a poor touch from Washington, and Cape Henry's able to clear. McDermott plays it back up to Hale. Hale has position. Oh, nutmegs him with a back heel. That was a filthy move from Curtis Hale. Still fighting for it. Bemis is unable to get it. They'll play it back into Kaner, who will clear it upfield to Kidd. Excuse me, that was Doreen.
Scoreboard has finally updated.
So we were right.
Yep. About 12 minutes into the second half.
And down goes the Cape Henry player, clutching his knee, rolling in agony.
That's Kidd.
I don't think so. I think it's.
Or it's actually
Atherton.
Yeah.
He's down,
still
clutching
down. No
his knee.
whistle.
I believe it's his ankle he's grabbing. Might have rolled it. And he's slowly getting up, but clearly in some pain, is Carter Atherton.
Coaches of Cape Henry claiming he did get tripped.
I'm not sure if he was playing for a foul call or if he was genuinely injured, but he's now moving at a quick pace. And Broussard was trying to cross, but to no surprise, Kaner is there. And now the Dolphins will push. That's Mason Dudley. Clay is there now. He'll play it out wide. But it's stripped by Hale. Excuse me, that's Bemis.
Nice move inside.
Inside.
Cross. Tried to get it to, I believe, number 19 for the Saints. That's Harry Farley. And
a lot of contact there from Bemis. No call. He plays it back to Bemis. He'll turn it over. Played back to McDermott. And eventually played upfield. Walmsley clears. Chris Clunning keeps it in. Bounces Doran. And tries to get a shot off there, but shanks that one way right.
Going to be a goal kick for the Saints.
Robert Walmsley just kicked the ball out of bounds.
Saints with the ball now, looking to tie things up.
This is Bemis trying to play it inside. Nice chip from Hale. Open to Bemis.
Nice
and
play from the goalkeeper.
Unable to get it past Bendetto. Great save there. Excuse me, that was Van der Weff and Cage for the Dolphins. It was a nice 1-2 and a nice chip pass from Hale to Bemis, but unable to get him past it. That could have been the equalizer.
Great play from Van der Werf, and
Yeah, it was nice distribution from Hale as well. So Cape Henry still has possession here. This is Doreen fighting for it. Plays it out wide. Nice effort to keep it in there. Cape Henry will look to cross. McDermott comes in. Ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be a corner now for the Dolphins. So 62 minutes in now. Dolphins need to hold for 28.
whoa, ball flies out of bounds.
This is Atherton now. Broussard tries to play it along to Owen.
Nice move from Kaner.
But he eventually turns it over. Collier will take over now. He'll play it up the middle to his brother, Warner.
Ooh, Hagan just slips there, and Dolphins with an opportunity.
Yeah, Hagan's the keystone of this defense, so we'll see how this affects them. And Dolphins will play it through their back half now. And kicked out of bounds. Saints will send 3 off.
It's like Hale, Bemis, and McDermott coming off. Emery Wise, Maury Levy, and number 29, Ian Cox. In for the Saints.
Suskin plays it back to Collier.
lot of contact there. As the ball does go out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in for the Dolphins.
This is Gavin Doreen now. He'll switch it over to Carter Atherton on the right side. Plays it over to Kidd now. Back inside to Atherton.
Cross. Ooh.
And a great attempt there. The pass to Doreen from Atherton. And Doreen was just able to get a header, but just to the right of the cage. Great attempt and great setup there. All started with Atherton.
Great cross, yeah. Nice header there. Ooh.
Wow.
Ball almost
That
slipped
one
through
was-
Robert Walmsley's hands, but nice recovery from him.
That was very close. Very well could have been 4-2. This is Usonis now. This is Kaner now playing out of the back half. Kidd will send it back. Nice behind the back there. Kaner is there. Nice pump fake from him. He'll switch it over now. This is Lugo playing it inside, but it's intercepted by Collier. He'll play it down the sideline for Wise. Wise beats two. Plays it back inside for Ian Cox, but unable to get on the other end of it. Nick Washington is fighting for it at midfield. Kaner is there. Washington wins that battle. And here comes the ball to Broussard, looking for something. He's got two on him right now, still fighting, and the Dolphins will take over. So Broussard's not getting a lot of help. He's getting trapped in that corner, and there's not many players in the box he could have distributed that one to, so we'll see what the Saints do to combat that.
Heading into the mid of the 68th minute.
Nice header there from Hagen back to the keeper.
22 minutes remaining, plus extra time. Ball goes straight up. Saints trying to gain possession.
Here comes Wise. He'll play it along now and kicked out of bounds. It's Connor Garrison. We've seen him a lot today alongside Kaner, both of whom are captains. So that one was kicked out. It'll be a Saints throw in Cape Henry's quarter. Emery Wise will take the throw. And Broussard checks to the ball. It goes over his head to no one there.
And kind of a misread. I think Wise was expecting Gerard Broussard to stay put, but
he came to the ball.
Yeah, and with 20 minutes left in regulation, down one.
Yeah, that's Eric Columnist right there. That's my boy. Eric Columnist, the writer for the Fountain Dispatch. That's him right there. This guy right here.
Saints with the ball, trying to move it up. Gerard Broussard tried to get a number 6, Brandon Davis, but quite get there. John Collier now up to Broussard. Broussard tripped. Nice play from Kaner. Another nice move. Kaner trying to advance it.
And Kaner just moves so fluidly with the ball. It's impressive to see him. He just kind of glides along the field. This one is paid back now to Lugo, but it's turned over. Wise will
Wise with
progress
an
it.
opportunity.
And too far. And we've seen this pass after
Just getting a
pass,
little
opportunity,
antsy,
opportunity, just passing it off too early or too late, but seldom do they pass it off on time, and it's going to cost the Saints. Yeah, if you're dropping seldom on the stream, it's an absolute flex. This is Clay now. Clay plays it up, and Eustonis loses it on the ball. But this is Lugo. He'll play it over to Doreen, but it's turned over. Saints will take over possession now, playing it up to Ian Cox. Tries a through ball to Broussard, and fighting for it. Garrison is there, but a nice block from Broussard. Staying with it is Gerard Broussard.
Wow.
Incredible effort from Gerard Broussard, and eventually kicked out of bounds and up towards the camera. And a great effort from Gerard Broussard. Beat Connor Garrison. And incredible effort from Broussard. Had to clear that one. It should be a Saints corner. We'll see where they mark the ball. I mean, based off the trajectory, that definitely came out off of the end line.
And actually give him a throw-in.
It's nowhere near where the ball went out.
Or a
So it
free
must,
kick,
must have
actually.
been they're going to call a foul before that
Yeah.
happened on Broussard. Or rather against Broussard.
Cross. Header from Davis. Kicked out from Kaner.
And they try to play it to Collier, but he's unable to get there. Kaner is there. He clears it. But John Collier is there. Collier plays it inside the box. Broussard's in their end of it. Tries
Just a
the
little
header.
soft. Too soft on that one.
Yeah, too much arc, but a good effort nevertheless from Broussard.
Saints are getting opportunities here. They just can't capitalize when they get in the box. Still down one with 18, a little bit over 18 to go. Yeah, here the Saints again. Usanis, whoa. Walmsley came way out of the goal, but nice play from him to get out there and be Saints possession.
Nice touch there from Bemis. Ultimately goes out of bounds, but that was an impressive one touch. So Bemis will take the throw now. Rather, he'll drop it for McDermott.
He was throwing it, trying to get it to Broussard.
Nice throw from McDermott. Broussard has it inside the box, but looks like it was, can't tell. I believe it was Brandon Davis that came in with a shot there, but it's over the cage and too far left.
What a great game. This is definitely best game of the Saints season so far.
And it's probably the best game Richmond has seen, rather the 804 has seen all fall for soccer. It's the 1 and 2 teams in the state facing off. against one another. Cape Henry moving along.
Nice slide tackle there from Guido Hagen.
Yeah, no, Hagen's one of those guys that you can always count on him. He's the last line of defense, and he always comes through for the Saints when they need it. Broussard fighting for this one.
Oh,
A lot of
Broussard is
contact.
just so strong with the ball.
He just runs right through all the tackles, and we just saw.
Ian Cox there.
And
Gainer actually down.
yeah, Kaner goes down. He's, I believe, cramping maybe.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
stretching.
Looks like the right hamstring of Kaner is cramping right now. He'll lay down for the time being.
No whistle still. The ball sails over the goal. Be a goal kick.
And Kaner's okay. He's just going to stretch this one out, but he's been active today. Probably going to be a hydration cramp for Kaner.
Kaner actually limping off the field.
Yeah, I feel like
Struggling to move that right hamstring.
either the hamstring or the calf. Usually
Ooh.
for soccer, it's these calf cramps that get most players, and even after the cramp goes away, the muscle's pretty sore. So that could be it for Kaner. There's only 13 minutes remaining. The 77th
A lot of
minute.
time getting burned here. First half we actually didn't have any extra time.
Yeah, but we'll see. I think Cape Henry's definitely taking their time on their subs as well. They're trying to burn as much clock as they can. So
Yeah, Kaner's a pretty big blow right now to the back end of the Dolphins defense.
yeah, he's the keystone of this Dolphins defense, and without him in there, you could definitely see a collapse.
And here go the Saints. Ian Cox.
Plays it into Hale, and back to Cox,
Ooh.
but just out of his reach. That was an impressive play from goalkeeper Van der Ref coming out of the cage. It was a nice 1-2 from Cox to Hale and back to Cox. Brandon Davis will take this one over, back to McDermott. Oh, Hagen will play it out of their back half. And tight space here for Ian Cox. He loses it. And they'll play this ball down the sideline, but I believe it's out of bounds.
Saints just trying to get anything going. Just over 10 minutes left here in the game, down 1.
That's McDermott on defense there. He'll kick that one out. Not a contact. Wants the foul call, but won't get anything there.
Ooh. Tough defensive play there from Clay.
And
He was
played
trying
this
to get
one.
there.
Yeah, Hale played it from Bemis on the sideline, but it's taken over.
Kaner now looks like he's about to sub in.
If the Saints want to score, now is the time.
Yeah. Just haven't
Kaner.
had the ball.
And a shot just over the goal. Looked promising, but
Yeah, subs come in for the Saints. Broussard, Nick Washington, John Collier. Coming off Taylor McDermott, Ian Cox, and I believe that's Max Suskin.
I don't think I see Kaner in, do you? I believe he's still on the
No,
sideline stretching out.
he's still on the sidelines, yeah. Was being checked out by the trainer, Robin Eldridge.
And the calf cramps are brutal because after they occur, there's not much you can do but just kind of try to stretch it out and
Drink
take
some
pressure
water.
off of it. Yeah. This is O'Hagan now. Nice move from him, but he stumbles and loses it. Now this is Gavin Noreen fighting against McDermott. And dangerous slide tackle there from Noreen. It'll go in favor of the Saints. So McDermott will throw. Played back to O'Hagan, and he'll clear.
Ooh. Saints with an opportunity here.
Here
Nick
comes Washington. Collier will play it back to O'Hagan. Interplay between the two. Collier plays it into the box, looking for Hale. Backdoor cut, but it's kicked out of bounds. So it'll be a St. Chris corner. So it looks like we lost the video feed. A wire came unplugged. I'm not sure how long that one's been unplugged for, so we apologize for any inconvenience. So a wire has come unplugged on our stream, and
In order to fix it, we would have to restart the entire stream, and it's a lot of work, which would be hard to get done in the 7 remaining minutes.
you guys would be disconnected from the action, so I have to go traditional here and just do a no video, solely audio broadcast. It's really unfortunate we lost the audio.
Yeah,
Excuse me, the
definitely at
video.
this point in the game.
Yeah. Just had to be extra descriptive on the call here.
Not much happening now. Some trade and possession.
And that one's kicked out by McDermott. It'll be a Cape
Will be
Henry
throwing
throw.
on the left side of the field.
So Cape Henry's moving it around. Top of the box. This is Doreen now. He'll pass it off. Over to Kidd on the right side. He'll take it 2 touches inside, loses it. And now Hale is moving upfield. He'll try to play it upfield for Broussard. It'll be too far. And back for the Dolphins is Atherson. He plays it upfield. Eventually up to Usonis. Usonis will switch over to Kidd on the right side. He's got a lot of room to work with. Farley's on defense. Goes around Farley. Looking for a cross now is Kidd. He will cross. Ball played in the box, and a great opportunity for the Dolphins. A player is down. I believe it's Usonis. Had a great shot on Cage. And he is down in the box.
Walmsley trying to stretch him out in the box, actually.
Good sportsmanship there from Walmsley. Love to see that. So it was a great Trevor Kidd moved it down the right side of the field, beat Farley on the right side, dribbled it in, and played a great cross to Usonis.
Nice deflection. I believe it was
Yeah, Usonis had a shot on
either
goal.
Guido Hagen or...
I believe it was Guido Hagen,
Yeah.
and it comes as no surprise. He's always the one that's there for the Saints, keeping them in this game. But Usonis went down on the shot and is cramping up as of now. He's still stretching out around the center of the box where the shot took place. So currently have a stoppage of play while Usonis is helped out. The Saints are getting water, as are the Dolphins.
Water breaks. This should add a couple minutes of extra time.
We're definitely going to see a decent amount of stoppage time. So trainer Robin Eldridge.
Still getting stretched out.
Yeah, trainer Robin Eldridge is over there helping out. She's probably the best in the business as far as trainers go. So Usonis is undoubtedly in good hands. He'll limp off the field.
Wonder how much extra time's going to be added.
My guess would be
Upwards
about
4.
my guess would be about 4 or 5 minutes. If it was 4.5 minutes, I would take the over. If you're just tuning in, we have lost video feed, and in order to restore that video feed, it will require a full restart of the stream. But in the 87th minute now, there's really no point in doing that. We'd be disconnected from the action, and by the time we got it set up again, it'd be over. So we're just doing a traditional radio broadcast at this point. So we're back now. Usonis is off the field. 88th minute now, and the Saints are pushing up the field. Plays it inside to Collier. Collier tries to pass through to Hale, but it's intercepted. I believe it was Garrison. And the Saints still have possession. It's Bemis now. Taking it towards the center of the box. He goes down, push from behind.
Yeah, it's going to be a free kick.
Good call there. That was Matt McGraw on the foul.
They're going to go quick here.
They need to. There's not much time remaining in this game. They need to get a goal.
Clock is actually stopped on the field.
I'm not sure what that's for. It should never stop in soccer.
Especially before the 90th minute.
Yes, the clock is now paused at 88 minutes and 7 seconds. That is not
Correct.
custom. Bemis will play it into the box. Saints are trying to get a shot on goal, but it's cleared. And it was cleared by Chris Clunnan.
With the clock not working, it's hard for the players to understand
This is a
timing
nightmare.
on the field.
It has been a nightmare in terms of the scoreboard operation today. We've had incorrect scores and we've had poor clock management. So I'd be upset if I was St. Chris. You know, you want to know, and also just Cape Henry as well. You want to know how much time is left remaining, especially as a coach, who to sub in and whatnot. I believe the ref keeps his own time.
On a watch, yeah.
And it doesn't go off the scoreboard clock, so that is good at least. It's not like football. And intercepted by McGraw, but too far. Walmsley will scoop it up.
Should
Quick
be
punt from
nearing
him.
extra time here.
Cape Henry is moving along the right side now, and this is Clay.
Corner, just take it to the corner. Trying to
Yeah.
burn as much time. So nice kick out from John Collier there. Saints will get a fast break here.
This is Nick Washington moving it up. He'll play it up to Farley, it looks like. Now Hale will play a long ball to
Here's an
Broussard. This could
opportunity.
be
Broussard
it.
able to get there. Goalkeeper came out a little.
And down goes. Looks like it was
It'll be a
I believe
corner
Connor
kick.
Garrison. It was Broussard was 2-on-1 against Garrison.
Not quite sure if we're in extra time now. We should be.
And a quick play into the box by Broussard. Collier crosses it over, but it's headed out by Garrison. Saints still have possession. Collier just kicks it straight up in the air and then goes down grasping his leg. He gets up. Still bouncing around, still being volleyed. Bemis plays it off the ground. O'Hagan's looking for a shot. He plays over to Bemis, but it's cleared.
Maury Levy trying to race there.
Maury Levy there is contact. Contact between Gavin Doran and Maury Levy goes in favor of Doreen, so Cape Henry will now take over possession. And a whistle now. And
Subs.
Usonis will sub back in. Out goes the captain, Kaner.
Still limping on that right leg.
And I believe that's why they're subbing him out. I mean, he's definitely your captain, and in terms of postseason play, definitely a guy you're going to have available. Although they do have 5 or so weeks until that point. So here come the Saints now.
Not going to have much time left to do work. I mean, definitely an extra time by now. The ball just keeps rolling out of bounds.
It's just burning a lot of clock at this point, and I'm sure the Dolphins are okay with that. So a long ball played up in Cape Henry's half. Farley is over there fighting for it, but it's blocked by Kidd. Out of bounds. Farley will throw immediately into Hale. And Cape Henry will clear. Gavin Doran on the opposite side of the field. He plays left mid. He's over at the right side now.
Clock should be, or the whistle should be sounding any minute now.
And Hale plays that one. It's picked off, though. That's Mitchell Lugo there. Bemis takes over. Plays it inside to Collier. And again, it's cleared. That's Landon Clay on the clear. And Saints will play it in again. It's Collier now. Head of steam. He goes down.
Oh.
Foul call. Free kick in Cape Henry's opposing half now. Could be an opportunity for the Saints. Collier had a head of steam, was heading right towards the goal and got tripped up from behind. So he'll be the one taking the free kick. Saints will crowd the box. And Walmsley's up at half field even. Here comes the free kick from Collier. Saints storm the keeper, and nothing is there. No breaks on the ball. That one goes straight to Matt Vander Werf. He'll take his time on the distribution here. He punts this one away.
Could have been a handball there.
And they're screaming for it. Hagen tries to play it up to Broussard, but eventually is cleared by Clay. Played back up to Broussard.
Might be their last shot here.
This is a Broussard to Hale to Bemis, and Bemis crosses it, but it's over the goal and out of bounds. That was a great opportunity, but the cross from Bemis is nowhere near the box, so this very well could be the game.
Nick
And
Washington goes down.
Never a good sign. The ref will stop play there.
How much time is remaining at this point?
It's really just based off of what the ref has on his stopwatch, because for some reason the scoreboard here is paused still at 88 minutes and 7 seconds, as it has been for the last 10
Giving an
minutes.
update that there is 4 minutes of extra time.
And our clock says that we're at 50 minutes in the second half, so that would be the 95th minute. And again, we have more stoppage play, so that's just adding on more time. So Nick Washington will be helped off the field. Really is a mystery. If I was Cape Henry, I'd be upset because they're well into stoppage time, likely past the 96th minute.
Just like, yeah.
And it's played it again quickly to Collier. He'll play it across now to Suskind. Suskind switches it to Bemis, but it's intercepted by Cape Henry defender Chris Clunan, who plays it up to Usonis and back to Clunan.
Walmsley coming way
out
out.
of the cage. It does get there. And a whistle
That's
is
the
blown.
game.
And that'll do it. So the unbeaten Saints will collect their first loss of the season against Cape Henry Collegiate.
Number 1 versus number 2 in the state. Saints beat them last week, but can't capitalize.
And that was
Today.
definitely the biggest challenge for the Saints thus far. And unable to get the job done today, but we'll see how they bounce back the rest of the season. It's a promising team with a bright future. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.